this presentation, we're going to discuss a new tool for research called Diigo. In the old days, when we did research, we would scan the pages from books, magazines, and journals and print them out, or we would print information we would find on the web. We would then need to annotate or highlight that information, all the key points and important information. We would annotate it along the sides for things we didn't want to forget or things that we thought were significant, or we would add sticky notes with that same information. From there, we might create note cards with the key quotes and key information that we wanted to discuss, or we might diagram it on a piece of paper to sort of synthesize it into one cohesive whole. That process could be further complicated if we were working in a group where we would have to pass those documents back and forth amongst us as we were organizing and analyzing it. It wasn't uncommon to misplace that information and have to repeat the research process in order to finish the assignment. I'm going to introduce you to a new tool called Diigo. It's a digital tool where you can complete the same process, but you can actually complete it digitally so that you don't lose those documents and that annotation that you've created. In addition, it is much simpler to share it within a group and to annotate and comment on each other's research in a digital format. If you have the right kind of a website, you can also embed that information on a website. So the tool we're going to discuss is called Diigo, and the website that I'm going to demonstrate embedding that information that you collect in Diigo is Wikispaces. Let's take a look at Diigo. I'm in Google Chrome and I'm going to open a new tab. So let's talk about what's going to happen here. What's going to happen is in the top right hand corner, I'm going to install a little tool in my browser that lets me actually bookmark and annotate that information that I find on the web. To do that, I'm going to use the Chrome Web Store. Now you can do this same process in most of the major browsers. If it's not available on one of the major browsers, there is another alternative at the Diigo website for using it. So to repeat, to begin, in the top right hand corner, I'm going to click a new tab. Then I'm going to click the Chrome Web Store. Top left hand corner, I'm going to type Diigo and enter. First you'll see apps, then you'll see extensions. What we want is an extension that's going to be installed in our browser. The first one is the one we want, the Diigo Web Collector. Right hand side, add to Chrome. Yes, we want to give it access to our web data so that it can bookmark it. And in just a moment, in the top right hand corner, you see a new tool. It's a blue box with a D and it says New. I'm going to click on it and I see a little information about Diigo, the extension. I'm going to click the blue D again and it gives me the opportunity to sign in. Now I'm already signed in, but basically you either sign in or you create a new account. So now I'm in Diigo. Now I want to go find an article that I'm going to bookmark and annotate. This is a website that I found previously that I thought was important on the research process. So I'm going to skim it, find the parts that I feel are significant, and for me, the part where you're finding the basic information and refining your topic is what's especially difficult for my students. So I'm going to bookmark using the blue D in the top right hand corner. I'm going to click it. The first thing I'm going to do is annotate, or excuse me, is to tag this web page so it's added to my collection. For some reason it doesn't want to work, so I'm going to close and open again. See if I click tag now, it's working correctly. Okay, so let me go back to the research process web page so that I can demonstrate it. There we go. Top right hand corner, I'm going to click Diigo. I'm going to click Tag. Here's the web page I'm going to bookmark. Here's the URL and the title of the web page, which I could change. I can make it private where no one sees it but me. I don't want that. And I can cache it so that it keeps a copy of what this web page looks like today. I'm not going to do that. I can add a description, or for me, I would probably create the citation and go ahead and post it right here so that it's already done. Now I'm going to tag it. This works the same way if you've bookmarked within a browser before and you've put those bookmarks into a folder. This is the same concept as a folder. So I'm going to mark it Information Fluency. Notice that I put it in quotation marks because it is a two-word tag. And I'm also going to tag it Research. Now previously I have created a research group called Research Sleuths so that I could demonstrate this. And in a moment I'll show you where you actually create that group so that if I was working with some other students on this project, we could all share our information. So now I'm going to save my bookmark. It's now in my library. Now I want to highlight it and add notes on the portions that I feel are important. So I'm going to highlight it first in yellow. As I mentioned, my students have a lot of trouble with researching and with refining or broadening their topic, and actually it's this refining their topic, that they actually have the most trouble with. So I am going to highlight it in yellow. And I want to add a note. For me in particular, commenting that my students have their biggest problem in this area when they're trying to refine or broaden their topic so that they can target specifically what they want to do in their research. I have two options. I can keep it private, or I can share this note with my group. Well, I want to share this with my group so they can see my thoughts. And I'm going to move the sticky note so that it's down beside the actual section that it refers to. All right. I'm going to go to the top right hand corner. Notice that Diigo now has a little red bookmark on it. That's because this web page that I'm on has been bookmarked. If I ever come back to this web page, it will tell me, hey, you've already been to this web page, it's already been bookmarked, do you want to see what you annotated? So I'm going to click the blue D for Diigo, and I'm going to go to my library to show you what this looks like in my library. So in my library, here's the new article that I just added. Here is the section that I highlighted. And if I change the view to advanced, which I'm not sure it will do that for me today, I could actually see my note right here. And today it's not going to do that, but normally it will do that for you. On the left-hand side, I can all see all the tags that I've marked previously. Let's, for instance, click the one for Information Fluency. And you can see all of the articles that I've tagged Information Fluency because that's the project I'm working on. And here's the dates when that information was collected. Underneath each, I can actually click the annotation, the portion that I highlighted, to see what I felt was important. Now if we go back up, let's go take a look what this looks like in my group. In my group, it's right here at the top. There's my groups. This is the group that I set up previously. On the right hand side, you could create another group. Let's take a look at the group that I've already created. Here are all of my bookmarks and my annotations and my sticky notes that I've shared with my group. I could invite the people that I wanted to be in my group as well. Now, let's say that you wanted to share this information not just with your group, but with the entire world. Some websites will allow you to do this. So if you have a website that will allow you to do this, let me show you how it works. You click Tools, and what we're looking for is down here under Web Services. It's called an Enhanced Link Role, and it shows not just your bookmarks, but actually your annotations for those bookmarks, which is totally cool. So let's click on Enhanced Bookmark or Link Roll, excuse me. I'm going to call mine Information. Oops. Or I'm going to call it, I guess, Research Sleuths, because that is the name of my, if I can spell, of my group. Some days I just can't spell. Then I'm going to, instead of including my entire collection, I want only those items that are tagged Information Fluency. Retrieve. So I can see those specific tags that are going to appear in my link roll. I can check to show only the ones that have been annotated, so if I haven't read them yet and annotated them, they wouldn't appear. I could show the description, yes. I can show more than 10 at a time if I want to. I'll go with just 10 and I'll create the script. Now you get this really ugly looking hypertext. Don't panic. You don't have to understand it. You just have to copy it. Then you go to your web page. Give me just a moment since I had to close and reopen. Here is my web page, and again I'm using a website called Wikispaces because it will allow me to embed this HTML text right there on the web page, and it will work correctly. So while I'm in my Wikispaces page, I'm going to edit it on the right hand side. Then I'm going to add an widget or embed a widget. Here's all the different options. This is simply HTML text, so I'm going to click Other HTML. I'm going to paste my text and click Save. And then save from my web page. And there is my link roll. Here are my articles. On each, if I click Annotated, I can actually see the article with my highlighting and my sticky note, which normally will open. We may be having a little trouble today with our website, but you can actually see everything right there on the page. This concludes our presentation. I want to wish you the best of luck on your research, and try Diigo out the next time that you are researching.